Hello everybody, let's discuss this particular topic, rear cross traffic alert. What are the major sensors that are being used for rear cross traffic alert? Short range sensors or ultrasonic sensors, and I'll explain you in detail where exactly they are used and why exactly they are used. Rear cross traffic alert functionality is designed to help you back out of spaces where you may not see approaching traffic, as sometimes happen when you pull out your vehicle in parking lot, especially in parking lot. As you can see in this particular illustration, as the vehicle is backing out, driver cannot usually see who is coming in the perpendicular direction. So in such scenario, this rear cross traffic alert is very helpful. Now rear traffic alert is active once the vehicle is shifted into reverse. Now this is common sense. Now this particular functionality becomes active only when you shift the vehicle in reverse. And when backing, you will receive a visual or auditory warning if an approaching vehicle enters rear cross traffic alert detection areas. Okay, the visual warning may appear on the dashboard, rear view mirror or side mirror. For example, if the traffic approaches from right, the light will appear on the right side of the dashboard or rear view mirror or on the right side mirror. So by positioning a particular blinking or a visual aid on the side of the mirror, you clearly inform the driver, the functionality clearly informs the driver that there is some hindrance or some kind of traffic coming in that particular direction. How does it work? Sensors which use radar or ultrasonic waves are located on the each side of your vehicle near the rear bumper and look like buttons. For example, you can see here there are some kind of visual aids. Okay, this is what I was mentioning in the previous slide. Now what is mentioned here, this radar or ultrasonic waves are located at the side of your mirror near the rear bumper and look like buttons. This is what I am talking about. So these are the button like sensors, which may be a radar or it may be ultrasonic sensor, but usually if you see it is like a button, it is ultrasonic sensor. But nowadays many OEMs are moving out of ultrasonic sensors because they believe that short range radar can do this job as efficiently as ultrasonic sensors, and also radar has a fast real time response. But anyway, that's a different topic altogether. Typically, rear cross traffic alert will use the same sensors as blind spot monitoring system. Now, whether it's a radar or a sensor, the same sensor will be used for for blind spot monitoring system. Now, rear cross traffic is not designed to detect small vehicles, bicycles or pedestrians. It may also fail to detect vehicles that are approaching directly from behind you or moving away from the vehicle. Usually, and now again, this is not a hard and fast rule. Sometimes the vehicle may detect, but usually this is not meant to detect small motorcycles or bicycles or pedestrians. It is usually meant for crash traffic, as you can see in this particular illustration. Additionally, most rear cross traffic alert systems like designed to work in straight parking situations. Now in the previous slide I showed you where the vehicle was perpendicularly parked, but it can work easily in this such kind of inclined parking as well. But some people opine that it may not work as well as in angled parking situations, but as long as the vehicle is coming into the field of view of this particular radar, it will work just as effectively. Now let's see the general ADAS architecture. Now this is something which I I pointed in other architectures also, other functionalities also. Now what is the main environment? Environment is rear perpendicular area to the vehicle. As the vehicle is there, as it is coming out of the traffic parking lot, so what are all the traffic that are coming in the perpendicular direction? That comprises of the perpendicular area to the vehicle. This is the environment. And next is the sensor layer. The sensor layer, as I said, short range radars or ultrasonic sensors. But again, there is a difference of opinion between various OEMs. Some OEMs, they prefer ultrasound sensors because of the lower cost. But range radars have definitely a definitive advantage that it has faster response time. So many OEMs are moving towards short range radars also. But as of now, you please remember, sensor layer comprises of both short range radars and ultrasonic radars depending upon the choice of the OEM. Next comes the perception layer. Perception layer, what happens in perception layer? It detects the objects in near range, calculates speed and distance. So depending upon the distance of the perpendicularly moving vehicle, depending upon the speed of the vehicle and distance of the vehicle, it perceives the actual position of the vehicle, and it is only after perception it makes a decision whether to alert the driver or not. Suppose the vehicle is quite far. Okay, let me draw here. Why the decision making is important. And there are a lot of other cars which are parked beside it, and our car is coming out like this. If a vehicle is coming very close to this line, then rear cross traffic alert will alert the driver. But vehicle is very far away from this line. For example, vehicle is coming somewhere here. Technically speaking, it is perpendicular traffic only, but it is coming quite far away from the rear plane of the car. So at that time, the vehicle may decide it is not necessary to warn the driver, because even if it comes perpendicularly, it is not going to collide with the vehicle. So under this kind of situations, the decision making layer will take a call, and once it decides to warn the driver, there are audio, visual, warning and brakes. Now I will explain this clearly in the coming videos. In the coming videos, you will clearly understand what exactly I am talking about. Okay. Now let me erase these things so that you may not feel overwhelmed by. Hello everybody. Now in this video, I will clearly illustrate to you what is meant by rear cross traffic alert. Please observe both these videos very carefully. In between, I will stop the video so that you can so that I can explain to you some nuances of this rear cross traffic alert.
Safety features like rear view cameras and parking sensors are a huge help for drivers. Taking that technology a step further to help in those tricky situations, the new Holden Captiva is available with rear cross traffic alert. Radar sensors are located in the rear corners of the car that scan to the left and right for approaching vehicles, effectively seeing around those blind corners for you. The rear view camera and parking sensors will help take care of the rest. So if you find yourself backing out of a narrow driveway between two large buildings or parked between two large cars, this is brilliant. We've set up a demo in a safe, blocked off car park. When you put the car into reverse, it activates the rear view camera, the rear parking sensors and the rear cross traffic alert. Now we've all been in this situation. I cannot see past that car. I have no idea what's coming. So what would you usually do? You sort of crane your neck a bit and, oh, that hurts. Or you'd slowly start to edge out and just hope for the best. If I start to reverse, when the system picks it up, there we go, 3 beeps. And that icon with the arrow.
Now that blinking is what I mentioned about, okay?
Pointing in the direction of the hazard. Whoa, that could have ended badly. Rear cross traffic alert is a handy feature to have. Safety features like.
Now let's see one more feature, one more video.
You know the old saying, eyes in the back of your head? Well, Kia's Rear Cross Traffic Collision Avoidance Assist is kind of like that. Rear Cross Traffic Collision Avoidance Assist, or RCCA, is available on select Kia models. It is designed to not only warn you of an approaching vehicle, it can also apply the brakes to help avoid a collision. Let's take an in-depth look. When you shift the transmission into reverse and are driving slower than 6 miles an hour, RCCA activates the system sensors, the eyes, to detect any vehicles approaching from left or right. If something is detected, it will sound an alert, and the warning indicators on the appropriate outside rearview mirror will illuminate, and there will be a message displayed on the instrument cluster screen. If the system detects that there is a chance of a collision, RCCA will automatically apply the brakes to reduce speed and help minimize the effects of a possible collision. Here's how to activate the system. The vehicle has to be stopped, the transmission in park, and the ignition on. Press the Mode button on the steering wheel to go to the user settings in the instrument cluster. Then select Driver Assistance, Parking Safety, Rear Cross Traffic Safety, and press OK. Under the Driver Assistance menu, you can select one of two settings, Warning Time or Warning Volume. In warning time, early or normal maximizes the amount of distance between the vehicles before the initial warning occurs, while late reduces the amount of time between vehicles before the initial warning occurs. Under warning volume, you can set the level to high, medium, or low. Rear cross traffic collision avoidance assist is a supplemental system and is not a substitute for safe and proper driving, but sure comes in handy when backing out of a parking space. Remember, always drive safe and use caution. For additional information on rear cross traffic collision avoidance assist, please refer to your Kia Owner's Manual, the Features and Functions Guide for your vehicle, or the